Assalamualaikum grade 9. Faiza Nadeem here with your English lesson. I hope all of you are fine and healthy, attending your school, going for hangouts, meeting your friends, going for eat-outs. But among all this activity of life, do not forget your salah. Do not forget that you must be obedient towards your parents. And do not forget कि रिविजन करना है, याद करना है, अपना एक स्टडी स्केड्यूल बनाना है और उसको फॉलो करना है. ये सब कुछ नहीं भूलना. ठीक है? क्या करें हम आज? हम आज कर रहे हैं रिव्यू 1 के तमाम क्रिएटिव राइटिंग क्वेश्चंस. आ जाओ मेरे साथ. जी, what is the board telling you? The board is telling you that we are going to do the writing skills of review 1. 2 questions हैं writing skills के, difficult नहीं है, कोई problem नहीं है. सबसे पहला जो question है वो आपको ये कह रहा है कि एक पैराग्राफ लिखें किसी भी सोशल इशू पे या सोशल टॉपिक पे. ठीक है? और उसमें उन्होंने आपको जो इंस्ट्रक्शंस दी हैं वो ये है कि आपका टॉपिक सेंटेंस क्लियर हो, पूरी सपोर्टिंग डिटेल्स मौजूद हो, अप्रोप्रिएट प्रोनाउंस और ट्रांजिशनल डिवाइसेस आपने यूज़ की हुई हो, और उसका ऑर्डर जो है, जो सीक्वेंसिंग है वो बहुत क्लियर हो. ठीक है? सपोर्टिंग डिटेल्स का मतलब होता है कि डेफिनेशंस, एक्सप्लेनेशंस, रेफरेंसेस वो सब उसमें मौजूद हो. तो जो टॉपिक मैंने आपके लिए सिलेक्ट किया है वो है फैशन. है ना मज़ेदार? इसीलिए किया था क्योंकि आप सब उसको फॉलो करते हो. टॉपिक सेंटेंस क्या है? आवर्स इज एन एज ऑफ फैशन. मेरी नहीं, आपकी. ठीक है? बिकॉज यू आर राइटिंग अबाउट इट, नॉट आई एम. So you can write that ours is an age of fashion. People all across the world, everywhere, ठीक है, they follow the current fashion. Whether it's the fashion of, let me write this correct first, ठीक है. So you can write that people worldwide or people all across the world follow the current fashion. They follow the fashion of clothes, shoes, smile, laughter, dressing, food. Previously, a few years back, sushi was in fashion. So everybody was speaking about sushi, eating sushi. Right? Then there was a specific type of laughter that became in fashion, and everybody was basically laughing in that manner. But fashion being trendy is obviously something nice to do, but we must not go overboard. We must not follow it to such an extent that we forget the norms and cultures of our society, civilization, and religion. Right? So you can write all these things in this creative writing. ठीक है? अब जहां पर आती है ट्रांजिशनल डिवाइसेस की बात. ट्रांजिशनल डिवाइसेस क्या होती हैं? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, नेक्स्ट, इन ऑर्डर टू, ऑलराइट, फॉलोइंग दैट अप, मोर ओवर, इन द एंड. सो यू कैन स्टार्ट राइटिंग दिस in this manner, that first of all we must consider what sort of fashion we are adopting, whether the fashion is suiting our personality or not, whether the fashion is suiting our physique or not, whether the fashion can suit our mood or our society or not. Moreover, you should keep this in your mind that things come in fashion for a short span of time. So you should not go overboard in buying so many clothes, in buying so many jewelry, or in buying so many shoes that they become outdated the next year. So it is your wisdom which fashion you think you are going to follow, which fashion you think that you are going to pursue. It's all up to you. In contrast to the European countries, we cannot adopt fashion that does not relate to our religion. So we must be very careful in what we wear and how we look as far as the fashion is concerned. Fashion industry has become one of the biggest industries of the world because they provide with the current trends, they provide with the current mindset of the people, and thus they play with the people's money as well. So you can write all these points in this paragraph of yours, which is fashion. पहले आपने क्या बात करनी है? पहले आपने फैशन की बात करनी है सबसे पहले. ये आपका टॉपिक सेंटेंस है. टॉपिक सेंटेंस के बाद आप लिखेंगे कि वर्ल्ड वाइड पीपल आर कमिंग अक्रॉस फैशन. उसके बाद आप क्या लिखेंगे? उसके बाद आप लिखेंगे कि टाइप्स ऑफ फैशन कौन कौन सी है. जैसे मैंने अभी बताया था कि fashion can be of hairdo, fashion can be of clothes, shoes, jewelry, smile, laughter, way of walking, eating. Fashion can be of multiple types. ठीक है. फिर then you will speak about the compare and contrast of the fashion that can relate to our current situation, that can relate to our society, that can relate to our religion. How we can be fashionable as well as have a good morale, right? So you can speak about all these things in the heading, under the heading fashion. ठीक है. और इस तरह से करते करते फिर आप मोर ओवर पे आके ये डिस्क्राइब करेंगे कि हम अंग्रेजों के we cannot adopt the Western culture or fashion blindly. Because it does not relate to our society, it does not relate to our religion, it does not relate to us. So you can describe that as well. And after that, you can speak about the fashion industry taking over the entire world. The fashion industry that has brought multiple things all around the world in order to sell its products. ठीक है. ये सब कुछ लिख के आप अपना ये पैराग्राफ फैशन के ऊपर कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. ये था बेटा राइटिंग स्किल्स का ए क्वेश्चन. आई एम मूविंग ऑन टू द बी क्वेश्चन ऑफ राइटिंग स्किल्स. बड़ा मजे का टॉपिक है, बोर्ड पे आपने पढ़ा है. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू रिलेट टू इट? करते हो ना, है ना? सारे यस वाले पॉइंट्स आपकी मर्जी के. जी, आपका जो क्रिएटिव राइटिंग का बी टॉपिक था वो ये कह रहा था कि आपने कोई सी भी एक्सपोजिटरी राइटिंग करनी है जिसमें आप दो चीज़ों को कंपेयर करें या कॉन्ट्रास्ट करें. तो मैंने आपकी एक्सपोजिटरी राइटिंग का जो टॉपिक सिलेक्ट किया है वो है होमवर्क शुड बी बैंड. होमवर्क सब क्यों बैन होनी चाहिए? ये देखो, मैंने येस और नो यानी कि मैंने होमवर्क शुड बी बैंड के प्रोज में उसकी फेवर में बहुत सारे पॉइंट्स लिखे हैं और फिर मैंने उन पॉइंट्स को काउंटर अटैक किया है, अपने स्टांस को निगेट किया है और ये बताया है कि नहीं, अगर आप ये बात करते हैं तो होमवर्क्स का ये एडवांटेज भी है. टर्न बाय टर्न में तमाम यस और नो मेरे आर्ग्यूमेंट्स और काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स आपके साथ डिस्कस करती हूँ. आप इनको समझो और एक क्रिएटिव राइटिंग इस स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक पे कर लो. कोई हार्म नहीं है, कोई हर्ज नहीं है. जब ये कर लोगे तो बहुत खुद को भी मजा आएगा. ठीक है. चलो, ये होमवर्क विच इज नॉट बैंड, राइट. अब यस में जो सबसे पहला आपका स्टांस होता है वो ये होता है कि दे प्रोवाइड यू विद नो एजुकेशनल वैल्यू. होमवर्क की कोई एजुकेशनल वैल्यू नहीं होती है. वॉट एवर यू लर्न इन द क्लास. You learn through your teacher because the teacher is standing there explaining it to you. The teacher has been in the classroom for the 30 or 40 minutes and then she has been explaining things to you. So she is the person who is the real guide, who guides you to do the correct homework. And thus, if you will go home and do your work unsupervised, the quality or the quantity or the comprehension is not such as it was in the classroom. लेकिन इसका काउंटर जो आर्ग्यूमेंट है वो ये है कि नहीं, homework is a very vital and valuable form of reinforcing what you have learned in the classroom, right? For junior students, it's very essential to learn the tables, and if you get the homework of learning the table you are basically exposed or you are basically helped out by your teacher to learn something that you can't do in the classroom. But a classroom में आपका 35 या 40 minutes का lesson है, you cannot learn your tables within 35 or 40 minutes during the class lessons, okay? Because then you will be so busy in teasing your friends out and in hearing what the other person is saying and if somebody is eating secretly or not. तो आप अपने क्लास के उन 30 या 40 मिनट्स के अंदर टेबल्स नहीं याद कर सकते. तो होमवर्क इज वेरी essential and valuable. Apart from that, if you have done one comprehension in the classroom, you have explained it. I'm speaking about my own specific subject, right? English. If I have done one specific unit in the classroom and I've given you the homework to reread it at home, which means that I have enhanced your comprehension. When you will read the specific comprehension that we had done on that specific day in the classroom at home, you will remember what the teacher had said. You will remember what she had explained, and thus this increases not only your vocabulary but it increases your comprehension as well, and it increases your ability to read between lines. So this was the counter argument of the first argument that we gave in favor of banning the homework. Next was homework is done when the child is tired of school. Child has spent 7 to 8 hours in the school. He has been seriously tired of studying all those different lessons. He has come back and he is seriously tired of the school and there is a load and load of homework to be done. Instead of going out, having fun or relaxing, he is sitting in the home doing his homework. So this is how homework is becoming difficult for the students to do. The counter argument is that homework is basically arranged or it is basically designed in such a manner to reinforce the concepts done on that specific day. You have done one math exercise, it's vital for you to go home and do at least 3 to 4 sums from that specific exercise in order to reinforce the concept that you have done in the school. So homework is very, very, very essential to be given. Third point is setting homework does little in learning. Homework is like if you are giving the child 4 questions and their answers to be done at home, alright, and you have already told the child that these are the answers over here in the book. What does the child do? The child basically copies and pastes the things out mindlessly. His mind is basically wandering here and there, not at his specific subject. His mind is in the cartoons that he has switched on. His mind is at whatever his siblings are doing. His mind is at whatever his mom is making in the kitchen. So his mind is not what he is doing at his work. So it's basically useless to give the homework. For the counter argument of this argument is that it helps the child to become an independent worker. You are growing up. You will be going to your college soon. And if you will not learn to do your homework independently, you will not learn to do your question answers independently, how are you going to do the difficult questions and the difficult comprehension of college life? So you must be prepared for the future and must learn to be an independent worker. Next argument in the favor of banning homework is that it is pointless work and has no educational value. What is the point in copying and pasting the exercises? What are we learning? When we are at home and we are just mindlessly copying and pasting things, what we have learned. If the homework is that of a research, what do we learn when we just copy and paste Wikipedia and do not read it at all? So this homework has no educational value. If you are going to give me the projects, then I am going to copy and paste from the internet. What will I learn from that? Right? So this was your stance for not getting the homework. And the counter argument is the homework should be well planned in such a manner that you do learn something. You must get some information or knowledge about what you were doing in the classroom. Okay? It basically reinforces the topics. Let's say आपने हिस्ट्री के अंदर सुल्तान सलाहुद्दीन अयूबी के बारे में पढ़ा, ठीक है, बहुत ब्रीफ पढ़ा, बहुत छोटा पढ़ा, और क्रूसेड वॉर्स पढ़ी. लेकिन अगर आप उन सलीबी जंगों के बारे में, उन क्रूसेड वॉर्स के बारे में सर्च करेंगे, रिसर्च करेंगे, तो यू नो अ लॉट. जो हमारे रियल हीरोज हैं उनको आप पहचानोगे. ठीक है. सो होमवर्क शुड बी डिजाइन्ड इन सच अ वे दैट यू लर्न. नेक्स्ट इज इट पुट्स स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ लर्निंग. बच्चों को पढ़ाई से भगा देता है होमवर्क. ठीक है. बिकॉज यू गेट अ लॉट ऑफ होमवर्क, यू डोंट वांट टू डू एनीथिंग, यू think that it's useless, you are just writing, copying and pasting, and you lose your heart in studying कि क्या हर वक्त हमको लिखना पड़ता है. ठीक है. You are put off from school, you are put off from learning. Well, over here comes the planning and the designing of your homework in such a manner that it is interesting. अगर वो इंटरेस्टिंग होगा, आपका वेल डिजाइंड, वेल प्लान्ड होगा, तो ही बच्चे उसमें इंटरेस्ट लेंगे ना. ठीक है. सो द होमवर्क शुड बी वेरी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. अगेन, time consumption. It takes a lot of time for us to do the homework. We don't have any life then. We don't go out, we don't play out, we don't go with friends, we can't go to the parties, we can't go to our relatives house. Okay, we don't have any joy. It's either school or homework. Again, over here comes the designing, the planning. If your school is giving you a lot of homework, then it's the fault of the administration. The homework is planned or should be planned in such a manner that children get at least 1 hour or 1.5 hour of doing homework, and then they are free the whole day. Planning is important. And homework creates a class issue. If you're rich, you have all the accessible things, then you can get your homework done within seconds. But if you cannot have most of the things accessible to you, then a class issue is basically arising because of the homework. अगर एक बच्चा आपकी क्लास में कलर प्रिंट आउट्स ले आता है और आप वो नहीं ला सकते बिकॉज दे आर वेरी एक्सपेंसिव, तो ये फिर एक क्लास इशू बन जाता है ना. तो इसके लिए भी फिर आपको आता है इस तरह से होमवर्क डिजाइनिंग जिसमें पेरेंट्स की इन्वॉल्वमेंट हो, वो खुद इन्वॉल्व हो, एक अच्छा सा फैमिली टाइम क्रिएट हो. ठीक है. व्हेन यू आर आस्किंग योर पेरेंट्स टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ योर होमवर्क projects or homework designs, then beta they get to know what you are learning. They are involved in your activities and they are involved or become a part of your learning as well. So again, the basic core thing as far as homework should be banned comes down to planning. Right? So I have done this argument and counter argument and the expository writing in which I have presented two different ideas and have given the arguments in favor of all the contrast ideas that I have given. Quick recapitulation कर ले आज के लेसन की. आज हमने किया रिव्यू 1 के राइटिंग स्किल्स. पहला हमने पैराग्राफ लिखा फैशन पे, उसके साथ हमने ट्रांजिशनल डिवाइसेस, एंटीसीडेंट्स, प्रोनाउंस सब डिस्कस किए. दूसरा हमने एक्सपोजिटरी राइटिंग की, होमवर्क शुड बी बैंड, और उसके प्रोज एंड कॉन्स डिस्कस किए. इन दोनों को ज़रूर अटेम्प्ट करना. क्रिएटिव राइटिंग का क्वेश्चन 15 मार्क्स का आता है आपके एग्जाम पेपर में, उसको हम कभी भी इग्नोर नहीं कर सकते. पॉइंट प्लान इज ऑन बोर्ड. Discussion verbally is a lot and lot in this lecture. I hope you'll be able to write this creative writing. ये लिखना शुरू करो जब तक मैं आपको दोबारा मिलती हूँ. ठीक है. मुझे दुआओं में याद रखना, नमाज का एहतमाम करना और अम्मी अब्बू के साथ तमीज़ से पेश आना. अल्लाह हाफिज़.